Hey, Christian Dunn here, St. Augustine TV. We're in downtown St. Augustine today because curious minds want to know, at least I do, what are people feeling about artificial intelligence and robots? Are they feeling positive or are they feeling a little trepidation about it? Let's see. Hi, I'm here with...
Oh, I'm Ellie.
Ellie, do you currently use ChatGPT, Grok, or large language models?
Actually, like all the time.
What do you use it for?
So I'm in PR and I do social media for any sports team at my school. I use it. I am severely dyslexic, so I use it a lot for school for like grammar checking. Like sometimes I'm just like, does this sentence actually sound like it makes sense? I use it all the time to like double check work, come up with like Instagram inspiration.
Are you impressed with what it can do right now?
Yeah, I think it does a lot of amazing stuff. You can.
Jay,
Miggy,
and Blake.
Do you guys currently use AI?
Sometimes ChatGPT.
ChatGPT? What about?
yeah, ChatGPT.
Same.
What do you guys use it for?
I just ask the stupid questions. And I usually get bored. That's about it.
For work, when they ask me hard questions, I don't know what to come up with. It gives me brownie points.
That's a good reason.
I use it for school.
What do you do with what do you ask it for school?
Like cheat? No. Like English, like you put a paper in there, tell it to proofread it, or like if you don't know the answer to a question, sometimes I ask ChatGPT.
That's what I would do for sure. Are any of you guys using AI or large language models for anything yet?
All the time, every day.
Seriously, what are you using it for?
Mostly schoolwork and just everyday problems and all that.
Nah, really, if I have a question, I usually go to ChatGPT.
I don't use Google anymore. I use it for everything. My packing list, I use ChatGPT. The whole itinerary for this week, I use ChatGPT.
That's awesome. I'm here with
Tommy Sears.
Tommy Sears. You're in real estate, and do you use AI or large language models right now?
I do. I use ChatGPT on the regular, y'all.
What do you use it for?
Dude, I just found out that I can actually use it to do a BPO, which is a broker price opinion, and it's accurate. It blew my mind.
You don't have to use your real name.
Oh, that's not my real name. Chip Douglas. Yeah.
For some reason, people have wanted to be anonymous.
I don't really see it. I'll just go by Chip Douglas for now. So yeah, it's good to me.
Do you currently use AI or any large language models?
Yeah, all the time.
What do you use them for?
Schoolwork mostly schoolwork.
Is it doing your schoolwork for you?
Sometimes. A lot of times it's just helping me with stuff I don't understand, or if it's like a super long assignment and I really don't feel like reading all of it, I'll just like ask ChatGPT.
Currently, are you using AI or large language models?
Infrequently for the company that I work with, yes.
So you're using it for work?
Yes, sporadically. Mm-hmm.
Now, are you at all concerned about the development of AI at all?
My concern is how popular it has become in a very short window of time.
I'm a little afraid of it, yeah. Not too scared of it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna overcome us.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm a little scared because if someone has a video of me breaking the law and it's not actually me, but I go to jail, I'm not doing that.
I think right now my concern with AI is it's just catching on a little too quickly. And it's being incorporated a little too much into everything that we're doing on the day-to-day. And I think, for the older generation, there's a little bit of frustration associated with that, right? Because everybody wants to talk to a live human being. And AI is only as intelligent as what it's programmed to be.
Right.
So what's scary is what's potentially coming a year from now, 2 years from now, where, the human being becomes obsolete.
So you're obviously pretty young. I mean, do you or any of your friends, are they kind of worried about, AI essentially taking their jobs or the job possibilities, or are they kind of excited about it?
I'm sure there are people that are worried out there. It's kind of scary for a lot of jobs. Me personally, I'm not worried. I'm going into a growing field of esports, so I've learned how to work around it and add it to things. But I'm not worried. But I'm sure there are people out there who are. I'm sure it's done a lot of human jobs, but there are a lot of humans that are doing jobs that maybe don't need to be done by them.
Not at all. Not really. I don't know. I like the idea of them helping us, so I don't see them taking over in the future like Terminator or anything like that. So
You don't think they're going to become self-aware anytime soon?
no, hopefully while I'm not around. So
I tell my boss, I'm like, AI is going to take my job. I don't make a lot of money.
Okay. You know, there's been a lot of technology gunning for real estate agents for a long time now.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, but the NAR is a pretty powerful lobby, and so far real estate agents have hung on. But you're worried about AI possibly doing the job here, taking real estate agents out?
I am. For real, it scared me when it came out and it was so darn accurate. I was like, what the heck? No. How'd you do this? It took me like less than 5 minutes to do a BPO, and normally that's something that takes me like at least an hour.
And you guys are obviously pretty young, so I mean, you know, are you worried about what jobs might be available in the future?
Somewhat, but I just got into plumbing, so I don't think AI will take over that.
They are not going to be coming. AI is not coming for the plumbing jobs anytime soon. This guy's a smart man right here. What about?
Yeah, I think so. I think later on, especially in the progress that's made in a year, I think the later years it will take more and more jobs, and I think it'll be bad.
What about you? Are you concerned about the employment situation and the robots taking the jobs?
Not really. I'm not worried about it. I don't have a job.
I mean, it depends whether I'm making money still or not. But I think some things need human intelligence rather than artificial intelligence.
Now, there's apparently a loneliness epidemic going on in America, and Mark Zuckerberg recently said, you know, he thinks he could use AI and robots, these humanoid robots, to solve that. Do you see yourself or any other people that you know basically chilling with AI?
what do you mean, like talking to them like friends, just like you get on your phone and like talk to them and stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of weird, and I don't know, it feels kind of sad and lonely and a little like dystopian almost, like.
No, I don't think that they would make a good friend. I've heard of people using them as therapists. I don't think that's a good idea because it's a robot, and it's I don't see how you can use it. But like, friend is kind of weird. But I guess if you really don't have anybody else, like maybe it would be good to like practice making a friend.
I don't think. I think it would be pretty funny and cool, just like, you know, Alexa at home, just to talk to Alexa and be like, yo, play this. But I don't think I will actually buy a robot just to hang out. I got these boys, so that's all I need.
Well, Jesus, in 2035, I'm going to be really old, so I'm probably going to be just living in my house by the beach in St. Augustine, cooking in my kitchen without the use of robotics. Unless I need a robotic limb at that time, you know, who knows what'll happen between now and 20.
You don't see yourself with a robot housekeeper.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because if she decides, look, right now I'm just trying not to upset Alexa because there's certain things that I need on auto renewal and I feel like she's always listening. So I always say please and thank you to her. I know how screwed up that sounds, but have you seen The Terminator?
Nah, I'll just hang out with my friends. Yeah, I understand why you need AI for that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, AI, you know, the humanoid robot could just sit there next to you, play video games, you know?
Nah, but I feel like the human connection's always better than AI. I mean, I guess an AI might be more convenient, but it feels more genuine if you got someone real to talk to, so.
No, I couldn't. I have a whole crew. I have a whole tribe that I actually love, of actual humans that I love. I cannot. I don't see that happening.
Hey, Mark.
No, I don't think so. I think I need like a human conscious that I can actually like, you know, click with. I think AI is just not that yet. It's not there yet.
Now, some people have already asked AI to marry it. Seriously, could you see sort of desperate men basically falling in love and hanging out with AI?
100%. There's some weird people.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know any of these people?
No, I don't. No, but I feel like I know some people that would.
Right on. What do you think? If a robot had nice breasts and a good personality, would you swipe right on it?
No, I can't. I can't do it. I have to stick with the humans, the human babes. So, but that sounds tempting.
Not at all. Not at all. As long as my soulmate loves God.
Right on. That's something that AI might have a little trouble with. So you're telling me if AI had six-pack abs and made a good salary, you wouldn't swipe right?
I'm engaged, so no, I already swiped. I'm good. I'm okay, but no, probably not.
Does it worry you that a lot of AI is being developed for military and defensive capabilities? We're sort of entering into a new Cold War, they say. Do you trust our government with this type of technology, especially since they're not developing ethics and rules around it?
Bleep this out, but because when you're talking about weaponry, right? I mean, making those kinds of decisions, that's nuanced. And AI does not understand nuance right now. I mean, how many times have you gotten an automated assistant on the line and you say the thing and it has no idea what you're talking about and it disconnects the call? So imagine that kind of technology powering our weapons, right? We are not ready for that.
I mean, whatever we need to defend our country better, so I'm fine with the use of that, I guess, for military stuff. Yeah.
Well, we won't have to send as many people, just be the robots on the front line, right?
Yeah, save human casualties, send the robots out there instead. But yeah, just hope they don't gain self-awareness and fight back.
Do you trust our government with that type of technology?
No, not at all. No, I don't think so.
What about you?
I don't know. I mean, it could be good for our use, but if it gets out of hand, it could go downhill pretty quick.
I say yes and no. For purposes as in like war, yes. Doesn't mean they don't have to use us to go into war.
Yep.
But on the other hand, they can definitely use that to control us and the country itself in the U.S.
I have the same concerns. Same concerns. No?
I mean, I have nothing to hide, so I don't care if the government tracks me. I'm not doing anything sneaky, so I don't care. But I'm sure people who do crime probably care and are
I think when you're talking about, something that has the capability of harming people, and it has to be considered nuanced, right? And AI is not there yet.
So humans need to be somewhere in the kill chain.
1,000% in the kill chain. Yes, absolutely.
I don't.
So far, the young people have surprised me. They actually are pretty optimistic about AI.
Really? I'm a little concerned it's going to take my job away, man. I just am.
Some people are concerned that it's going to become our overlord.
Agreed. 100% I agree. Yes.
But I'm going to say overall, between, optimistic or pessimistic, you're fairly optimistic what AI can do.
I'm very optimistic about what AI can do because I love when they help me out with my schoolwork all the time, so I really hope they keep improving that technology.
Well, I'm going to basically say that you are fairly optimistic about AI. Is that fair to say?
I'm a fairly optimistic person, but I think I have a rare opportunity to see it in really good light. I actually have college professors encouraging us to use it to kickstart social media stuff and whatnot. I've had professors that have adapted to how it's being used, so I have seen it be implemented in really positive ways instead of seeing it as this scary thing. So I think I'm really lucky and fortunate to have seen it like that, and I try to be an optimistic person.
So I'm going to say that on the camp between sort of optimistic or pessimistic, you're somewhere in between, maybe leaning towards pessimistic.
My entire life is rooted in cautious optimism, so just like everything else, I'm cautiously optimistic. I just think we can't become too brazen, right? I think there needs to be a measured response where AI is concerned. And what I see right now is kind of four to the floor, guns blazing, everything's AI, and I think we need to pump the proverbial brakes a little bit on it.
Thank you for joining us, St. Augustine TV, down here on St. George Street in beautiful St. Augustine, Florida. What really surprised me the most was the optimism that the young people have about AI and robotics. Maybe it's because they haven't lived through new technology cycles yet. Maybe they haven't seen the consequences of these things. But it's clear that the older folks, have a little bit more trepidation, have a little bit more caution when it comes to this. Well, we'll see. We're going to do this again in about 3 or 4 months, and we'll see how attitudes have changed then. Again, thanks.